All right, hey, we are live. I just got the confirmation right there. How are you? Great. It's Ian Myers here. Today is my first day of doing a live video on YouTube. It's so awesome. So good to be here, be with you. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. And today is my first day, day one of a extended fast. I fast every day. Some of you guys have been watching some of my videos over the years, and I appreciate you for all your support and for watching the videos. And today is going to be the very first day of a long extended fast. The longest I've ever gone on a fast of any sort is 38 hours. And so today starts a 7-day fast of water and lemon and maybe a little bit, no, I can't have juice because it'll spike the insulin, and that's not what I'm looking to accomplish. But today starts the day one of water fast, and it's going to be an extended water fast. I'm shooting for 5 to 7 days. I think I'm going to get to 7. I'm pretty confident. I feel really good. So I'm going to make videos to document each day and share a little bit about my experience with this water fasting. And before I dive into it on why I'm doing it, I'll share with you guys, to create a little context here, almost the last year I've been practicing or adding in to my daily routine intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, for some of you guys may know this or have heard about it because it's starting to become more popular. But intermittent fasting is where you actually stretch your first meal of the day out quite a bit. So basically it's like skipping breakfast technically, because you're not eating right away. You used to get up and have a smoothie every morning like clockwork, and now I have my first meal in just more of a regimented time. So at 1 p.m. I have my first meal, always fruit. It's like a smoothie of some sort, and then I have my second and last meal around 4, maybe 5 o'clock. So I usually eat about 4 to 5 hours out of the day, which means that I'm fasting generally anywhere from about 18 to 20 hours every day, and have been doing this for the last almost year now. And I still exercise pretty rigorously, and my weight has actually not fluctuated quite as much as I thought it was going to. It's been a really powerful experience for me, a very positive experience, and there's some really powerful things that come from intermittent fasting. So on these next 5 to 7 days, I'm going to be tapping into this water fast. So I'm really going to take it to the next level, do something I've never done before. And I'm really curious to see what kind of things happen for me that I go through. Right now, my current weight is about 192, and I'm 6'3". So I train pretty rigorously, whether it be on bike rides and outdoor activities or exercise outside or in the gym. I'm pretty active. You know, I don't go to the gym 6 days a week, but I do go at least 3 to 4 days a week. And then some days I'm spending it outdoors, like out here in nature, and getting some exercise in. And a lot of you watching this video, or you may know somebody that thinks like fasting is kind of scary because we're gonna wither away and get super skinny and lose all of our muscle mass. And I can tell you that if you do it properly, you're actually gonna be able to maintain all that. And in fact, you'll get even better as you keep going. With every fast, your body gets stronger and stronger, and you start to tap in, you start to get rid of the bad cells, the weak cells in the body, and you start to invite in the good cells and increase your energy, downregulate inflammation. All kinds of amazing things happen. And fasting is like one of the greatest tools, in my opinion, that we have, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to do a fast. And so today I just wanted to share this video, or share this my new experience, which is an extended water fast. And I got to be honest, right now I'm on the first day, and I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I also feel really good and confident about doing it. But I'm definitely a little bit nervous because I've never done it. So I just wanted to share a few little tips and things that if you're interested in getting into intermittent fasting or any sort of fasting, maybe some tips that can help you. So I just want to share 3 things that have really helped me to be successful with my daily intermittent fasting. Now this is all coming right off the top of my head. I don't have any of this stuff scripted out. So these 3 tips are going to be very organic. So, I'm going to share with you guys 3 things that really come to my mind first that have helped me. One is kind of mentally preparing yourself for what you want to accomplish with the fast. So just kind of getting clear with, you know, what you're looking to accomplish. And hey Rachel, thanks for joining. This is my first live video on YouTube, so thanks for watching. But the first tip that I could share, that I want to share, that has really helped me is just getting the mindset right. So, you know, why are you doing intermittent fasting? Why are you interested in it? For me, it's for health. You know, I want to have as much energy as I can possibly have. I want to have more access to human growth hormone, HGH. I want to have more access to my testosterone, my free testosterone in my body, and also want to decrease inflammation in my body and visceral fat, body fat. And intermittent fasting is a really amazing tool for that. And it allows you to, through studies, when you hit about 18 to 20 hours on a fast, in a fasted state, you start to be able to access more of your personal power. You start to tap in what they call autophagy or autophagy. And when you tap into this, what you're doing is you're actually increasing your hormone sensitivity, your insulin sensitivity, which is giving you more access to your free testosterone and your human growth hormone. The moment that you eat a food, that access goes away. Just goes away. Because now your body is focusing on a different system, and it's focusing on digestion, insulin gets released, and you come out of that autophagy or autophagy, and you go into your body supporting you in digesting and breaking down your food. So when you're in that fasting state for 18 to 20 hours, you're really tapping into your more human growth hormone. They have shown in studies that women access up to 1,300% more human growth hormone. Men tap into 2,000% of their human growth hormone naturally. This is the anti-aging stuff that they don't talk about. The other thing is with testosterone, we all get to tap into a little bit more testosterone, free testosterone, which is really beneficial as we age. We naturally tend to see less of it. However, when we start to biohack our system and we start implementing fasting principles and learning what autophagy or autophagy means and what all this stuff, how to do all this, we can tap into more of this testosterone, this free testosterone. And they've shown in studies that we get an increase of 180% rise in our free testosterone after fasting for about 18 to 20 hours. And for every 2 hours you go up the ladder and you get more access. And literally you go on these extended fasts a few days, 4 to 5 or 7 days, and you can tap into some really amazing things. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, so please let me say, I am not making any kind of medical, not giving medical advice or making any recommendations. I'm sharing from my own personal experience and things that I've read and researched and actually have done through my own experience. And so I'm just sharing through that, and then I would encourage you to do your own research as well. Listen, I mean, sure, take what I have to say, but also do your own research as well. So I just want to make that clear and encourage you to do that. Now, with intermittent fasting, back to the tips. So the first tip is just get clear on why you're doing it and all the great benefits behind it. Just get really clear on that. The second tip is to kind of set up your timeline. So how intermittent fasting works, like I mentioned earlier, is you're skipping your time that you would normally have your breakfast in the morning, and you're just pushing it out. So the questions that you want to ask yourself is, okay, with my schedule, what works for me as far as having my first meal? Just kind of think about your fasting as it starts at your last meal of the day, and then if after that last meal, if you don't have anything after that last meal, let's say you have your last meal at 6 at night or 7. After that last meal, if you don't eat anything else and you just drink water, you're in a fasted state after about the first hour. So and then you sleep for 6, 7, 8 hours, and that's in a fasted state too. So right there, you got 6, 7, 8 hours in a sleeping state. That's your fasting. Before you go to bed, you can easily get 2 or 3 hours, or maybe even 4 after your last meal. Just start going into the fasted state. You can easily be almost 12 hours right there. You know, anywhere from 10 to 12 hours just between sleep and your last meal. Now when you wake up, drink your water, maybe some lemon, and push out that, instead of having a meal, a bagel, or instead of having some sort of smoothie or fruit, or whatever you may have, push that meal out later. So how late can you go? You know, start with something like, you know, push it out maybe 4 hours or so, maybe around 10 or 11, have your first meal then. So just get really clear on how long you wanna be in a fasted state for. I recommend going at least 14 to 15 or 16 hours on the low end, and then working your way up to something like 18 or 20 hours or even longer. And of course, always ask your doctor first if this is something that is right for you. I have to say that. The third tip is to make sure that there's no need to when you're in a fasted state, what you want to really be focusing in on is just getting in some water. You don't want to, you can go without it, but you want to make sure that you get in a fair amount of water. And I like to go for something like a deionized water, or a distilled water is what I like personally like and prefer. Something like reverse osmosis water, where there's still a little bit of minerals in there, can also be really good. Yes, dry fasting is definitely more powerful, absolutely, but I want to keep this really simple because some people out there aren't ready for the dry fasting yet. And what I'm doing right now is just, I'm going in day one on a extended water fast. I've never done one for 5 or 7 days. I've done 38 hours. That's the longest I've ever gone. So this video and this live stream right now is just talking about the water fasting experience. And there's no question, guys, dry fasting, do a little bit of research on it. It's incredible as far as its healing capabilities, and I have done it, and I've done the most on dry fasting. The longest I've gone is 18 hours. I know people who have done 36 and even longer on dry fasts. It's incredible what some people have done. I'm kind of the guy that likes to go more slow and steady approach rather than just fast and aggressive, because I like to enjoy the experience along the way and figure out what is going on, all the details and things. So I like to go slow and steady, so the longest I've done is 18 hours with dry fasting. However, that could change as we keep going. But this water fast, I'm going to document this because this is my first experience of going extended past 38 hours. So I'm curious to see what happens with my weight, to see what happens with my clarity and things like that. So definitely look up dry fasting. And then back to the intermittent fasting, the 3 tips that you can implement. The last one is just getting in some hydration, enough water. And the types of water, you know, I prefer the deionized water or reverse osmosis, something like that. I don't like the high alkaline waters because it's just a little bit too much, and it's the body doesn't need that high of alkalinity, to be quite honest. Anywhere from 7.3 to about 8 is about where we want to stay, or less. You know, somewhere in that area is good. And then you can give your water some sort of structure by squeezing a lemon or a lime into your water, and that will help to you know, get a little bit of vitamins and some astringents into your body to help promote detoxification and lemons are really astringent. They're a powerhouse as far as their astringent properties. And I mean, you can see it to be true. If you took a lemon and basically wiped down a soap scummed door, it would just cut right through all of that stuff. It's a great cleanser and detoxifier for the body. So getting that into the body can really help to promote detoxification at the same time, as well as hydrating. Rachel just asked a question about reverse osmosis water, and that's the other one that I was just mentioning, is reverse osmosis water is actually one of the other ones that I'd say is some that I drink that from time to time as well. Reverse osmosis water is just, it has a few traces of minerals in there, but not quite the same as something like what's the name of that? Mountain Valley spring water, which is like straight from the source. It's a really amazing quality of water. Also, Mount Shasta water is really great. But reverse osmosis water is definitely a good one. And you can, a lot of stores, at least here in the United States, you can find reverse osmosis water fillers at your grocery stores and different places. So they're becoming more accessible. And they make there's a machine, it's called, I want to say it's like the home machine. I can't remember, but you can Google the, what is the name of that? It's a machine that basically converts water over to a distilled version, and it's a really amazing machine. It's about $50. And when you're in a cleansing state or detoxifying state, you're looking at, say you're doing some intermittent fasting, by getting in some distilled water can really help because there's no minerals or anything in it. So it's really great for cleansing purposes, for detoxifying. So those are my 3 tips, and I could go on for, gosh, we could do a whole 3 hours just hanging out together here and talking. There's so much information to share on all of this stuff, and fasting, intermittent fasting, dry fasting. We can talk more about dry fasting on some future videos, because you know, I've done 18 hours, but I do know some that have done longer, and I'd love to get them on maybe an interview and have them share a little bit of their knowledge and experience with dry fasting, because it is very powerful. But my mission and my goal in life and with this YouTube channel is to you know, to share information and tools that can empower you to really live the healthiest possible lifestyle that you can, and be the best version of you. And I share through my own personal experience. That's part of what I am here to do, is just share through my own experience. And a lot of you guys who have seen some of my videos, or who maybe know me personally, know that almost 8 years ago I was in a different place. You know, I was 75 pounds heavier, and I was really considered sick, and my body was starting to shut down. So I've got a lot of videos on that. I won't go into too much detail, because some of you guys have heard that my story about that. So, but that's what I'm here to do, is to share truth and knowledge and information with you to help you. And I do work as more of an empowerment coach and on the holistic side, really help you to be the best version that you can be, and really live life in a healthy way, and increase your longevity. And so if you have any questions on that kind of stuff, or if you're looking for some guidance and some coaching, definitely connect with me. Send a message privately. I'll leave some links below this video to my website, and how you can reach me with email and things like that. I'd love to support you on your journey. And we'll go ahead and wind this down. I want to thank you for watching this video, and please share it with anybody that you think could benefit from it. And I'm going to be dropping in here just really quickly each day to share a little bit of information about these next 5 to 7 days on this water fast, and what's coming up, so you guys can kind of you'll have a bit of an understanding about some of the things I'm going through, and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. Stay healthy. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.